Hey, it's Tim and Jacko from the School of Calisthenics here with Women's Health South Africa and Hayley from Sandown Sweat.
And today we're going to take you through some beginner calisthenics exercises to help you get onto your journey and redefine your impossible.
We're going to look at the frog stand where we're going to be practicing balancing on our hands, getting ready and prepared for a handstand, but just bringing everything in a little bit closer to get us started as a beginner. So Hayley's going to come down onto the floor, up onto the toes, hands are going to go about shoulder width apart, fingers spread nicely apart and gripping with the fingertips. So you can see a little bit of space there underneath the fingers. She's then going to prepare the shoulder to take the load, so screw the shoulder so the elbow now starts to point behind. A slight bend in the elbow, knees go up on top of the elbows and gradually tip forward. One toe comes off before the other. We find that balancing point in our frog stand. Working hard, it's not a resting position, just pushing down hard before coming back down to rest. We'll just show you just a little bit from the side more. Just important about, to find this balance point, we need to be strong enough in the shoulders, but we also got to get our centre of mass, so the hips above our base of support at the wrist. So as she tips forward into that position, what we're trying to do is stack the wrist, elbow, knee, and then hips in a nice straight line. If we get that centre of mass above that base of support, we can then start to manage the weight distributed in front and behind of our balance point. And that is our frog stand, the first stepping stone as a beginner getting started in calisthenics of using these hands like your feet ready for a handstand. We're going to look at a wall walk now that allows us to build our confidence from a push-up position, but to get more vertical into the handstand shape, but with the help and assistance of the wall whilst we're just building that confidence. So our start position is just a normal push-up shape at the top with the feet close to the wall. It's going to allow us then to take a step onto the wall, so Hayley's going to put her feet up, both feet onto the wall, and now all of a sudden we're now doing a press-up, but just with our feet a little bit elevated. Gradually then the wall walk starts as she walks the feet up the wall, and the hands walk as well backwards to get into a 45-degree sort of angle here, allows us to build up that confidence gradually. So if that's you in that shape, you can just walk the hands back down forward, and we can gradually work ourselves to a position where we're going to gradually get more and more upside down as we build that confidence. If you are confident enough to go fully upside down, you can get to that full handstand shape. So hey, we start with hands on the floor, feet go up onto the wall from that press-up shape, and then gradually walking further and further back, maintaining a nice controlled alignment through the trunk and midsection. When she gets to the wall, she's going to squeeze the bum tight, head's going to go through, and she finds that handstand shape, toes pointed up against the wall, and the only thing that's touching now against the wall is the toes, the rest of the body is nicely off. You could walk out, back down to the start position, or if you need to just bail out to the side, we can just do a nice little sort of half a cartwheel down, away from the wall. The whole time when you're there, you're working hard, so we're building up some time and some strength in that handstand position, as well as being able to use the wall gradually to build our confidence as we start off as a beginner.
So we're going to build up some progressions around our core training, and we're going to start off with a dead bug and move towards a hollow body rock. So Hayley starts in this lying position, and we're going to get her to lift both feet and both hands up off the floor, so she makes a nice tuck position here. We're going to build this quite steadily, so the first movement is going to be one arm, one leg, working on opposite sides, so it's right arm, left leg. You can go out in this position as far as you feel comfortable. The important thing is that your back doesn't arch off the floor, so you want to keep that nice and flat, so squash down against the mat. She can then swap as she comes back and then change sides. We want to build up and get the foot as low to the ground as we can. Hayley's doing a great job there, holding for about 5 seconds in each position and then coming back to the start. If that feels like you've got it under control, you can move into the next progression, which is both arms and both legs. Again, working out in this long shape, keeping the back flat against the ground and taking the feet down as far as you can without feeling like you're going to lose control. Imagine at any point someone's going to come and give you a punch in the tummy, and then you're going to lock down and keep that ribcage packed down on top of the hips. The next progression is a hollow body hold. So Hayley's going to take both arms and legs out, and she's going to lift the shoulders up off the ground and try and make this dish position. Try and hold this nice little curved shape. If we can hold that down for 10 seconds, the next movement of our stage 4 is to go into a rock. And this is a real central part of calisthenics, of being able to transfer force from the hands to the feet, through the chain, and link this force transfer together so that we can do our movements such as handstands, muscle-ups, and lever positions where we're controlling and transferring force in a nice stable shape. And our core position is super important in all of those positions. This exercise is called skin the cow, and it's the first part of starting to get upside down using the rings and a nice little calisthenics progression. So Hayley's going to start in a hang position, and you can just see she's just going to take a little bit of tension out of her, through her shoulders, and lift herself up slightly. This creates a nice stable base for the movement. She's then going to progressively start to kick off, and as she does so, she's trying to get the hips a little bit higher, and you can see then that she kicks high enough, tilts the head back, and then the hips come between the rings. This is the first stable point. It doesn't take a huge amount of strength to hold that shape. And then from here, you can progress it by starting to rotate around further, and you can go as far as you feel comfortable. You can see Hayley's doing a really good job there of working the reps, pulling with the shoulders to get the hips back through as she rotates. And this time she's going to go further around. If she wants to, she can pop her feet down onto the floor at any point and get out of the movement. Or if she's working some more strength progressions, she can pull herself back through to the start position.